Good afternoon. It's Friday, I think the 27th of January, 2023. This is the PM drive home. If you watch both of these channels, the morning video is already uploaded and processed, so that's available to watch. Don't. It's bad. It's really bad today. I was very, very tired. I am still tired, but I was profoundly tired this morning. It actually might be entertaining. I haven't watched it. I know I was rambling, literally in autopilot for a lot of it, so I have no idea what I was saying. I really should review it just to make sure that nothing bad happened, but my gut tells me that it is not a good watch. It is probably either boring or cringy. I'm going to go with one of those. I got on the road in time. I didn't pack as much of a lunch as I thought I had. I actually had to, I ate all my lunch. I don't know if I ate everything. I think I ate most things. There's a can of sardines that I didn't eat, and I don't know whether or not I ate my applesauce. But anyway, I ate everything else. And then I went and got a hot sausage out of the vending machine because they're just so hard to resist. Again, you don't care about any of this. So it's Friday. I don't have to work this weekend. I do have to take my car in, but I still get to sleep in. I don't have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I can sleep until probably 6 or 7. And actually, we have some errands to run in that area, so it might not matter what time we leave because we're going to have 2 cars with us, so we'll be able to get around. Praise be. I bought a new bourbon yesterday. I don't know if I mentioned it in the morning video, but it's Elijah. I think it's Elijah Craig. It's a bourbon whiskey. It's very tasty. It's dangerously tasty, and it's very high proof too. It's not like I think most scotches and whiskeys are. I thought they were like generally 80 proof, 40% alcohol. This one's like 96 proof. You do the math on that. There's no way of figuring out what that would be. I think it's like 48% alcohol. But it's tasty. I'm surprised that I like it because it's a bit sweet, and I don't like sweet things. It might just be sweet to me because I like bitter things. But it tastes sweet to me, but I also like it, which is odd. Oh, look! I wish you could see that. The got pretty substantial cloud cover, and the sun is behind the clouds, and there's little holes where the sun is shining through. So somebody somewhere has probably got like a big patch of light around them. I did check the traffic before I got on the road. My app isn't working. For some reason, my phone is not connecting to this, so I can see the maps, traffic, things like that, and the GPS. That's odd. I don't know why that's not happening, but it's not. But I did listen to the radio, and traffic is clear. The turnpike's tied up, but down near the center of Philly, not here. Man, I really wish I could turn the phone around. That is just biblical looking. Like just all these rays of light shining through the clouds. I'm not having a stroke. It's really what's happening. It's really neat. It's going to cause an accident. Stop it. Stop it with that. You're going to get somebody killed. So, yeah, it's Friday. It's very close to the end of the month. Pretty burned out from the work week. It was a tough work week, and it was. I do my production meetings on Friday, so I just came from that. you know, it's not horrible news, but it's not great. There's a lot of things. I said I wouldn't talk about work here. I'll just be vague. But there's a lot of things that are not shipping. I mean, I'm meeting my projections, what I said we were going to ship. We're actually at that number right now. Anything on top of that, I don't want to say it's gravy. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that needs to ship, but I knew what was going to ship, and that has already shipped. So the stuff we get over the next 3 days is a bonus. But unfortunately, somebody was promising a larger number because they were looking at my numbers and they were interpreting them differently than they're meant. So they promised a lot of stuff. So we're going to make that happen. So anyway, that's all I'll talk about with work, because that's terribly boring stuff. So in case you guys were wondering, someone finally did win the contest, and if you're anyone other than the subscriber to my other channel, it's not you. My subscriber from the other channel did find this channel. I told him it existed. He finally came over and he commented. So he wins, you lose. Entire planet. I mean, I say the entire planet, but anybody that can tune into YouTube. So this was basically the entire universe against one guy, and he prevailed. He did really good. He got in here, watched the video, and commented on it before you guys found him and told him to come over here and comment on it. So it's like, you know, you had your opportunity to win $1 and you just squandered it. So I don't want to hear you complaining later on that you need $1. You had your opportunity. Now Matt, get your $1, at least probably dinner. That sucks for me. Like, so you let us both down. Like, not only did you let yourself down because you didn't win, but you let me down because now I probably got to buy this guy dinner. What a pain in the ass. Thanks, universe. One thing, you had to do one thing. Is that the camera, or am I just fat? Jesus. Been talking about Phineas and Ferb this morning. I'm really going to have to rewatch this morning's video. I like Phineas and Ferb. Oh, you know what's horrible? Freaking Roiland from Rick and Morty. Apparently 2 days ago, I kept seeing these things where people were doing these audition reels for Rick and Morty. I had no idea what it was about. Why are people doing that? Why would they replace, like, why would they need someone to do the voices of Rick? I just found out he was, like, fired. He's, like, not on the show anymore. Like, it's a terrible, terrible show, but I loved it. It's like, now he's not going to be there. The whole thing's going to fall apart. You're not going to get somebody else to be Rick and or Morty. This blows. I'm very unhappy about this. First, frickin' Brad Pitt, Johnny Vegas. What the hell's his name? Johnny Depp. First Johnny Depp with the Pirates of the Caribbean, and now frickin' Rick and Morty. Just the stuff I like, you're just tearing it away. What's wrong with you people? What is that up in the sky? Is that a helicopter, or is it a balloon? Is that a chicken half? What is that? It's a black helicopter. So yeah, Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland apparently they've parted ways with him, but he's both Rick and Morty, so I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't know if they've made more episodes yet. Like, if you haven't seen the show, I don't know what to tell you. It's if you're a nitpicker, you're absolutely going to hate Rick and Morty. Because there's like a lot of continuity issues, and it's just like, I don't know, some of it's like really poor writing. Like, you don't realize it right away, but some of the episodes, like they've got this gag going, and then you realize, wait a minute, they're not doing that right. but it doesn't matter. I just like it's the lizard brain really likes it. It's like it's bad, but it's like mental candy for me. I like it. The sweeping storyline that keeps changing. Like you think one thing's happening, and then later on, like anyway. So I has a sad about that. As an adult who doesn't get to watch much TV, I watch way too many cartoons. Rick and Morty, Archer, Bob's Burgers, Brickleberry, if nobody else is home. That ended, then there's Paradise PD. I was watching that, but it's hard because I'm not allowed to watch it when my wife is home. Also, another thing that happened this morning is I like I said, I was very tired. I'm always tired. Like you're just going to have to get used to me saying it. And I didn't break it into 20-minute chunklets like I normally do. They just all bled together. There's a lot of blood. Sports ball game is this weekend. I'm not sure what day it is. Eagles versus somebody. Apparently there's a big to-do about this game. It's about as much detail as I can give you. I'm sorry. You're a regular human. You know much more about that than me. Normally on the ride home, like I'll reach into the morning episode to, kind of fill time to like just get me thinking. Like I was so tired. I barely remember what I was talking. Like I said, I was just rambling. At one point, I was talking about my beard. What the hell that was about? I am thirsty to the point where I'm contemplating getting off at the rest stop to get something to drink. I am parched. Did I finish what I was talking about? Yeah, so bourbon, Elijah Craig. It's pretty tasty. Like I said, I was surprised. I think I finished that thought. I usually I'm usually a Scotch drinker, and I've been sticking with the same thing for a while. But I don't know what possessed me to buy that. No. I checked traffic. They said it was clear. I don't know what possessed me to buy it. I think it was just the bottle was neat. It's like a tall bottle with a wooden stopper with a cork. It's like, that's a neat bottle. Because that's how you decide how to buy liquor, is by how neat the bottle is. That's all that really matters. The liquid inside is secondary, tertiary at best, really. So this is unfortunate. What's going on up there? Oh, brass buttons and billy clubs and move it along, Johnny. always afraid that I'm pocket dialing someone, and that would my ramblings, they're bad enough to watch, but if I accidentally pocket dial someone and they hear me talking about whatever the hell it is I'm talking about, I'm sure, I don't know, it'd be weird, be really weird. It's like, I'm sure the whole time they'd be like, are you talking to me? You talking to me? You having a stroke? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I keep talking about it, the pink gorilla joke. We have plenty of time to tell it if I started right now, but it's also one of those things where there has to be the right mood. You have to be in the proper mood to tell that joke, because it's, that joke is an investment, and like on both your parts, on the person who's telling the joke and the person who's listening to the joke. So, like, both parties, like, I have no control over what kind of mood or state you're in, because you're out there in the distant future watching this thing, idiot. And I'm here. So the best I can do is prepare myself, and I'm not in the right headspace right now to tell that joke. An interesting story, but I don't want to tell it. Maybe someone told me the story. Might be my wife's story. I'll let her tell you on her channel. It has to do with electric cars and coal. Well, this is just disastrous. I checked the traffic specific. It doesn't matter. I would have gone this way anyway, unless it specifically said, there's a giant gaping hole in the ground that's got a shredder at the bottom, and everybody that takes the turnpike is going to die. So yeah, unless it says that, I'm going to take the turnpike anyway. It's just, it's unfortunate that there's a lot of traffic, because I want to go home. It's Friday. I want to go home. I want to go home. I should have worked remotely today. I should have talked to my boss at some point today about working remotely in the future on some other day of the week, in addition to Wednesdays. But Friday's looking like... Pardon me. If I keep running into this traffic, Friday's looking like it's going to be a winner. Wagon wheels a winner, and yet won't spoil your dinner. I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Talking about roller skates? Was that this morning? So I want to build a scale-ish model of my house out of Lego. I'm going to talk about that in the next segment. It'll fill all of 45 seconds. First big sign off of the day. Have a wonderful day. I'll start the next chunklet in a few seconds. January 27th, 2023, the distant future. I'm flying home in my hover car. Weren't we supposed to have them in like 2000? Wasn't that like in 2000 we were going to have flying cars? It's like 23 years later, and my car still doesn't fly. What's with that? So I want to, my wife is heavily into Lego. She likes Lego, and I like Lego. I've built a set or two. I'm more of a freeform. I just like doodling with Lego, I guess is what it is. I make pretty shapes, try to make devices. I want to make a scale model of our current house in Lego. I started taking measurements, and I kind of know what I want to do. It's good. It takes space. It's a split level, so it's like a big, wide, long thing. Plus, I've got this other thing I got to figure out. There's a 15 degree bend halfway down my house, and I actually haven't thought about too much, because like it's what I want to do. I started taking measurements, but I'm not sure how to do a 15-degree bend in Lego. I can take the plates, like base plates, and like I guess I would have to build from there out. I would have to plan out the build so that part of the house met right at the 50. See, that still doesn't work, because then you've got the gap. Yeah, just I'm not sure. I'll draw a picture or something. Someday I'll start putting things up here, and like, you know, picture of my house from space, show you the 15-degree angle. I just don't know how you would do that. I'm sure there's a way. So if you watch the first section of this, you know that I'm in traffic. I'm not in traffic. I am traffic. I'm part of traffic. Interestingly, like, we are traffic, the whole cluster of us, but we don't have a hive mind. We behave as a hive organism, but we don't share thoughts. It's weird to be part of this like nearly organic thing, but be mentally separated from it. Like, if you look at us from the outside, we're all traffic, like this whole mess of people right here. But we have no connection to each other. We all act independently, but we're all doing the same thing. We're all being slow traffic. Some of us are being better at it than others. But I don't think that's the goal. I don't think we want to be traffic. We want to be something else. And yet here we are, being traffic. Now one of those rays of sunshine is hitting me. Actually, the clouds are gone. All those clouds the sun was behind are just now gone. When did that happen? Jeez Louise. It's a glitch in the Matrix. Like, literally, there's no clouds now. I can't look out that window. It doesn't exist. Ooh, lots of flashing lights. something must have just happened. You heard the cop pass me earlier. So we've got a safety advisor, we got a cop, we got a wrecker, we got a wreck. Oh, huh. The pick-em-up truck that I thought was a wrecker is actually the wreck. So yeah, it must have been a fender bender. Like the front end of that pickup truck is all mashed in. The cop car is pushing the pickup truck out of the road, and now we're no longer traffic. We're no longer that big organic creature. We're now individuals zipping down the highway at our own pace, which is all exactly the same. We're all going the same speed. We're all going highway speeds. But we're no longer that blob of slow traffic. We've evolved. Traffic blob, I choose you. Not that anybody watches these. In fact, I think quite a few of my videos have 0 views, which is fine. I just look like a crazy person when I ask questions like this. But what is it that you guys typically do on a weekend? Like, it's Friday night now. You guys at this point have a pretty good sense of what I'm going to do. I'm either going to post Facebook videos, not Facebook videos. I'm going to paste videos from YouTube on Facebook. That's generally my Friday night. Is I'll have a couple of drinks and I'll just keep posting bad music or music on from YouTube to Facebook to torture my friends. Some people enjoy it, most people hate it. I'm sure I've lost quite a few friends because of my Friday night shenanigans. If you're my subscriber from the other channel, I have mentioned to the fella multiple times to give me the stuff, and he keeps forgetting. Like, I don't know what his deal is. It's really starting to piss me off. Like, I don't think he understands, like, the gravity of the favor that people are doing for him. Not me. I'm not doing crap. I made it. I guess I should send you that. I should send to you the sophomore-ish version I made, and then I just kind of want to wait until I wanted to wait until I got the stuff from him, so that, like, I don't want you to have to look at it twice. Like, I don't want to waste your time. Seriously, I am seriously contemplating taking a nap when I get home. What a horrible thing to say. Just a quick one. Well, that's the rest stop I would have stopped at if I was going to stop for a drink. Screwed that up. Nah, I just Make it 3 hours if I'm behind this person. Now you're gonna make people pass us on the right. Oh, that's gonna turn into an accident. Oh, cut that close. So we've got some butt munch drivers out here this afternoon, zipping down the right side, cutting people off. It's good times. I'm not even on 422 yet, and I got bad drivers. I miss being traffic. You get used to things. That was a big part of my life. That was my whole life when I was there. I wonder if the rest of traffic thinks about me now that I'm not there. I'll be traffic again someday, but I won't be the same traffic. I'll be the same traffic. I won't be part of the same traffic. It'll be a whole completely, almost completely unique traffic, except for me. I'll be the, wait a minute. If I'm in it, am I causing traffic? Because whenever there's traffic that I'm in it. I've been in every traffic I've been in. There are traffics that happen without me, so I think I can't prove it. I wasn't there. There's another good one. Okay, yeah. So vanity plates. There's one here. It's very similar to "Where's the Beef," but it's not what it says. I don't want to tell you people's actual license plates, but so there's a vanity plate there. First one I saw. Wasn't really looking for them. Like I said, I'm kind of blind to them now because like I said, there's plenty of them. But like I was saying before, when I first moved up here, I noticed that there's a lot of people out here that seem to more people seem to have vanity plates out here than they did in Philly. And I don't know what the reason for that would be, and it may be a false statistic. I may have just, I'm on the road longer and I'm going, maybe that's it. Like when I lived 10 minutes from work, I wasn't on the road that much, so I didn't see that many vanity plates. So that might be part of it. But like I said, I don't really start to see them. I mean, obviously I'm not quite on 422 yet. Just got off of the turnpike. I'm going to get on 422. But that's generally where I start to notice them. Once I'm on 422, it seems like there's a lot of vanity plates. Might have been talking about the bugaloos this morning too. Is that a bite? Did something bite my leg? Hi. I still never talked to my wife about that thing. I'll tell you tomorrow. I want to talk to her first before I say it on here. And then I'll tell you my plan, my devious plan. It has to do with vacation. Ooh, I wonder if we could make it a group thing. Get together with Yeah, that's an interesting thought. I'll have to talk to my subscriber and my other buddy and see if they're interested in this. Because I desperately need a vacation. I've got to get away. I've got to fly away. Yeah! I don't know if I covered this in the morning. So last night, when I was uploading the videos, we lost power for like a half a second, like 3 times. Like, it was literally at the point where the video was 99% of the way uploaded. I don't know how it would have. Like, I know you don't normally have to start over. I know something went wrong once where the upload failed and I had to start all over, but I was so annoyed. I was at 99%, I was doing other things, and the power kept cutting out. But what was weird is, like, the lights would go out, the computer would go down. I've never seen this happen before. The computer didn't shut completely off. Like, the screens went blank, but it's a tower and it's not connected to UPS, but I was still in Windows. Like, the power came back up almost, like, it came up immediately. So power out, up, a little wait, out, up, and Windows stayed at Windows. So, like, I don't know if there's like I don't know what the cutoff is. Like, how long does the power have to be off before you, like, lose your session, before basically you power cycle your computer? But it, like, three times in a row we lost power for the briefest of moments, and the computer never shut off. You know, it didn't have to reboot or anything. So that was interesting. I've never seen that before. Like, you know, you just, like, a little fluctuation in power and your computer turns off. At least that's been my experience. So if you know anything about that, I'd love you to enlighten me. I think the person who would know more is not the person who subscribes to my other channel. It's the person who doesn't the guy that doesn't subscribe to either one, but is a mutual friend of me and my subscriber. He probably knows the answer. What's going on over oh my God, another accident. This one's on the other side of 422. One vehicle is completely facing the wrong direction. What is that about? Looks like a white Bronco. Actually does from this angle. I don't think that's what it is. I'm distracted. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a horrible accident. The wheel, so that would be the passenger side, because the car is completely turned around. The passenger wheel is pushed back to the middle of the truck. I don't know what it is. It's like a long Bronco looking thing. Yeah, so I have no idea what happened there. Like, how does that even happen? Like, is someone just stopped in the road and you plow into them? Did he hit the guardrail? Was the car made that one out? Yeah, so that's, if you're going east on 422 towards Valley Forge, you've got a couple mile backup due to an accident involving a white Bronco looking thing. I didn't see another vehicle. was going to buy a lottery ticket on the way home today. I really don't feel like it. I just want to go home. But I got $2 burning a hole in my pocket, so I don't know. It's a tough call. I think something was biting my leg. Either that or I've suddenly got a rash for no reason. And that's what you guys want to hear about. Itchy boot rash. Is it stinky boot rash? It's stinky boot rash from Futurama. That's another cartoon I watch. Like I thought they were bringing that back. I thought they were going to make more episodes. I remember they were trying to get the dog, not the dog. It's the dog from Adventure Time. Bender, the guy who did the voice of Bender. I thought they finally got him. I remember there was like a tweet, "I'm back, baby," or something like that. But I haven't heard anything else. Are they actually active in making episodes? Do you know? Can you tell me? Can you tell me who would know? I guess I could Google it while I'm driving in space at this hour. So I was watching very carefully and I completely missed it. We're now in the last 20 minutes of this. I've bled into it by 2 minutes. I'm not going to do the whole sign off, sign back one thing because that would just be ridiculous at this point. So take it as rote that I signed off and signed back in. It's not going to change the fact that I wasn't saying anything. I'm still not saying anything. So there's the, I've talked about this before, the cooling towers. It just reminds me of The Simpsons whenever I drive up here. There's more to that thought. I used to watch The Simpsons. I liked The Simpsons a lot. There's an episode of The Simpsons, like there's so many episodes of The Simpsons, like I can't even begin to tell you which one it was, but I remember it was something about, and like I have clear plates. I have clear plates. I have clear plates. Anyway, I have clear plates, and there's an episode of The Simpsons where they're talking about which plates these were watching TV. So they eating clear plates using clear plates because they're watching TV. Like so you can lick the plate and still see the TV. I have clear plates. So The Simpsons was good. It was really good. I know it's later now, but I don't think the writing's the same. I think that there's been a culture shift in the writing of The Simpsons, and it's just not as good as it used to be. I don't think they're out of ideas. I don't think these guys could possibly run out of ideas. But like the few that I've watched, they're not as good as quite a few seasons ago. So I don't continue to watch The Simpsons. Ooh, ow! I've got an eye twitch. It's important that I tell you about every little medical thing that's happening to me at the moment. My right eye, upper eyelid is just twitching, like really, really fast, like vibrating. gotta go when I get home today. When I'm putting this up on the intertubes, I'm going to take some notes because I promised you that, like I keep promising you guys stuff and I don't deliver, and I feel bad. I'm supposed to be doing lateral thinking puzzles. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so I'll have some of that stuff prepared for Monday. What I'll do, this will really mess with you. What I'll do is I'll do the puzzles. I'll do the puzzles in the morning, on the morning thing, and I'll give the answers in the afternoon ride home. So it's not to drum up viewership. I know I've only got one viewer, but I think it would be that way. If you're some crazy person and you're watching my videos, it's not ruined, meaning that you could watch the video and then because the way lateral thinking puzzles work, it's not like you're not figuring out a math equation or anything like that. Your subconscious like kind of works at it, and it, like, most of these come with an aha moment. You figure it out. It's just the answer is presented to you. They're neat. Like if you don't know what I'm talking about, I promise I'll do a few for at least two. I'll do at least two for Monday. I'll probably do it. I think I'll do it for the second section. I'll do the lateral thinking puzzles. I'll start belting them out in that section. Maybe a better description of what they are. I mean, once I start asking those, you'll understand why it's like lateral thinking, like thinking outside the box. Example, I think my the buddy I always talk about who's not the subscriber, he had a riddle once, and it was a joke. Like it wasn't super funny, except for the fact that someone tried to answer it. His riddle was thus: Hugo has an apple. Who's driving the bus? It's relatively impossible to answer. You can make some leaps of logic, and an additional buddy who has a very deep voice and does not like M&Ms dropped into his beer said Hugo's teacher. That's a reasonable guess, but for some reason it struck us as funny. I can't explain why. I hate to say you had to be there, but yeah, you had to be there. And a lot of it has to do with the voice of the guy that said Hugo's teacher, the way he says things. It's not at all funny voice. It's a very, very, very serious voice, which made it hilarious. In case you hadn't picked up on this yet, although I'm in my 50s, I had got the mentality of a 12-year-old. Yesterday was to make pork roast when I got home, but it was still frozen, so I didn't. So I've got to find out tonight whether or not. Actually, I'm too close to home to call in a pizza. We'd have to go back out and get it if that's the plan. But I could also make the pork. I'm thinking I want to do a crock pot thing, which I don't have time for now. I might make that for tomorrow night's dinner, which still leaves tonight's dinner way up in the air. What to do, what to do. Many Friday nights are pizza nights, but we have plenty of food at home. Really about whether or not Cassie wants pizza. If she wants pizza, we'll usually do pizza, but pizza butt. I'm trying to remember, pardon me, to look at license plates. I'm very disappointed. I know I made it sound like I was going to be like reading off license plate after license plate. I mean, I've got the same three guys around me here, so, and I can only see so far. Like I can't even see 5 car lengths ahead. I can't see what that is. Guys are all going to make a liar out of me. Is a very interesting color. It's like purple and blue, but it changes color as it moves. Rhode Island. Piece of gum. I think I do want a piece of gum. No, I'll wait till I sign off. This is that dangerous intersection, getting off the 422 onto 100 here. So you got to look back, look forward. Guys keep moving. There's nothing coming. They're moving. So it's very, very dangerous. Because, like I said, it doesn't have to be dangerous, but it's tricky. Like if it looks like the guy in front of you is going and you look back and you don't see anything, but they weren't really going. They were just moving up to get a better view. You shouldn't be moving forward if you can't see forward, is I guess what I'm saying. rear end someone. I had another buddy. Out here, there's a prison. I can't remember what prison it is, but my friend was in prison out here for something, and I used to come out and visit him on the weekends. If he stumbles across these videos, he knows who he is, and he knows why he was in prison. I know why he was in prison. He's not a bad man at all. He's a very good person. He broke some rules and had to pay. And he did. I think this was long before my buddy moved out here. I told you the story about how we ended up finding. What the fuck? You're not gonna. So what I'm staring at is there's a guy in front of me who appears to have a, you know, one of those things that lawn care people have, those trailers that they drag behind them that they ride their lawnmowers up onto. He has one of those types of trailers, but it looks like he has carpets strapped down to it. So he just hopped out of his vehicle and came to the back and just tightened down the straps. I guess his load was shifting. I wasn't sure what he was doing at first. So, God, I hope he's not abandoning his vehicle. I'm in his lane. But yeah, I can't quite see because there's a car directly in front of me, but there seems to be a significant amount of overhang off the back of the truck. Can I see if it was? Yeah, so they're much longer than the trailer that he has on there. So he's got a bunch of carpets, rolled up carpets hanging off the back. So that's why he's tightening down the load. He doesn't want to lose it. There's that weird McDonald's sign that doesn't say anything. Just a car there. Where did it go? I said carpets. They're telephone poles. Jeez Louise. Maybe just a short nap. I said Bronco. Look, I'm literally there's literally a Bronco in front of me right now. Bronco Sport. Remember I was saying that white car looked like a Bronco? Like, I'm literally behind a Bronco right now. Battleship gray Bronco Sport. That is so funny. Could you imagine, like, if civilization is destroyed and all that's left are these crappy videos that I took? This is what they're going to base our society, what our society was on. How would that happen? How would just a few little YouTube videos be the only thing left? Put your best guess in the comments below. I talked briefly the other day about books, and I was talking about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I don't know if I even mentioned Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. That also. I think there's at least 2 books. There's the Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul, and I can't remember the title of the other one. It might just be Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. But they were good. I really like them. I think there's a TV show based on it. I couldn't get past the first episode. I did not like it at all. And I don't know if it's based on the books or if it's just the characters. Like I said, I couldn't get past it. Didn't like it. Another show that you would think I would be all over. I don't think I discussed this before. Maybe I have, and I apologize for repeating myself. But another show that you would think would be right up my alley is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And another one, I can't get past the first episode. It's just horrible. I don't find it funny. I think I've tried. I think I tried to muscle through once, and maybe I made it to the next episode, and I still didn't like it. It might be one of those things you have to get into. Like the first few episodes of Seinfeld are like that. I'm not a fan of Seinfeld. I think I explained that before. I've seen a lot of episodes because other people like Seinfeld, so I have seen it. Like, don't think I haven't seen Seinfeld. Completely familiar. Not like I can't do Seinfeld trivia. Like, I know a lot of stuff, but it's not locked into the memory banks. Like, I haven't seen every episode. I didn't watch intently. A really good show. Especially for its time, I thought. Maybe it doesn't age so well, but at the time it was really good. We own all the episodes and all the movies too. Well, up to a point. I just got a little crazy, but Star Trek, The Next Generation. Actually, that was a really good show. When that first came out, like just the production quality, like I said, it doesn't age well. Like you start to understand, like some of the special effects were crappy, but they were good at the time. They're really good. I still think it's a good show. It's got, like anything you can nitpick. There's continuity errors and things like that, but none of that matters. Like, I remember when we bought them, me and my wife were at home on Amazon and tipsy, and we bought a ridiculous amount of stuff. We bought all the Star Trek episodes, SDTNG. We bought a bunch of Star Wars movies, like a box set, like whatever, 9 movies or something ridiculous like that. It was pretty funny. But I really liked that show. My point was, like, I remember when I was watching it, it was because of the quality of the show at the time compared to other shows. I felt like I was watching a mini movie. Every episode was like just like it was like a movie. It was really good. I liked it. And I'm trying to remember if I had read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy before I saw the BBC TV show Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I remember watching that, and I remember being captivated. Like, it was on, I think it was on Channel 12, and it was on at a specific time of the week. Like, I would make sure that my dumb butt was parked in front of the TV at that time, like 20 minutes, half hour before the show even started, because it was like, I guess it was little half-hour segments, and it's like, had to see it. Like, it was really good. I liked the way it was done. I liked, even today, like the graphics, the special effects that they did with, like, you know, when they explained the Babelfish and stuff like that. The music that happens throughout it, it's all good. It's just like, comes together nicely for me. It's quite enjoyable. I did not like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie, and it's because I think a lot of it has to do with getting used to a certain thing. Like, I'm used to the big Marvin the Paranoid Android, not the little robot, and Zaphod Beeblebrox with the 2 heads side by side, not the pop-up head. And that just seemed silly to me. So, what are you gonna do? Princess Bride would qualify as a comfort movie, but it's been watched to death. Labyrinth's another good one that's been watched to death. Dark Crystal, I've watched that one to death. There's another movie, I haven't watched it to death, but it doesn't, and it actually came as a set at one point. We owned the movie separately, but we also, Mirror Mask, I think that's it. Mirror Mask, it's slightly different from Labyrinth and Dark Crystal. I don't think it has that same watchable quality. Like, I don't want to watch that over and over and over again like other movies. But it's pretty good. Maybe I should give it another day in court. I was a completely different person back then. Natural Born Killers. Now there's a good movie. I haven't watched that in a really long time. It's got a lot of that weird angular camera movement stuff. My wife doesn't dig on that kind of stuff. She doesn't like first-person shooter games. Anything from the first-person perspective, especially watching someone play stuff like that, she just, not her cup of tea. It makes her nauseous. All right. Suddenly, without warning, I'm going to let you go. Not too bad today. You're only being tortured for about an hour and 10 minutes. I call that a win.